Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to Try Something New Thursdays. I'm going to play the Stanley Parable. I've seen this one around a little bit. I have never watched a playthrough from beginning to end. I am vaguely familiar with the concept. I have never played it, and it's always just been kind of intriguing to me. And again, I have the vague concept, but I don't really know what the game is. I've just kind of seen it around. I'm aware of it. And again, I've always been interested, so I figured I would scoop it up, and we're going to play it today and see what we think about it. So I was messing around in options, and I went to extras. I noticed it has saves. By default, it's disabled. I'm enabling it because I don't know if I'm going to play the whole game in one sit down. I don't know how long the game is. So we're going to just have saves on in case we need to end the episode, and then I can come back in the future if you guys want to see me finish this game. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll do it all now, maybe I won't. But let's go ahead and click begin game and get into this. See what it is we're getting ourselves into here. The end is never the end. Is never the end. Is loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor
one finger in it,
desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Was he?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Huh? Oh, I have control now. Stepped out of it. Okay. So I can crouch. Seems to be no jump. Clicking doesn't do anything. It looks like I can just move and crouch. Okay. Guess we'll walk out of the office. Did it. Can I go in here? I think that means it's locked. So click is interact.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter
maybe.
How hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Who farted? It's a good mug. Whoops. Sorry. I like work. I just hate my boss. Ooh, got him. What's that say? Mile? It just says mile? Am I seeing that? Oh, I bet it says smile. That makes a little more sense. My man wearing corduroy pants? Why do I hear his legs rubbing together?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Alright. Oh, another who farted mug? I guess someone bought a case of them and brought them in and handed them out.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his
Hey,
environment.
look, I pick up on the cues, okay? I've played a lot of RPGs in my life, and I know how this goes. 8 Mondays. Oh, that's original.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Are we not concerned with this at all? Well, I'm left-handed.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Wait, did he tell me to go left and I just wasn't paying attention? I can't believe there's been nothing. Ooh, this is
Yes,
kind of...
truly a room worth admiring.
There's an environment to this.
After all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
See,
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
No, I don't want...
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Well, probably... See, you're saying that before I'm doing it. I don't know if I'm... Gonna close behind me?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Who are you? You're not my boss. Or maybe you are, I don't know. Can I go up the ladder? Why is there a coffee mug on the ladder? Do not jump from cargo while it's in motion. Can you actually die in this game?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
No safety rails or anything, huh?
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
Who?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Look, dude.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Wait, who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Can I drive this? Can't imagine that this is...
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha.
Well, that's mean.
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Whoa!
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
That
Come
you're
inside.
a jerk?
Let me show you what's really going on here.
Why would I listen to you?
But you're in my story now.
Oh. This is my apartment?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
I mean... Press B on your keyboard. I'll get to it. Okay, you know, if you're in New York City maybe, and you're single, you know, he's got a little TV spot. Get like some shelving here for the, you know, Xbox One or PS4 or whatever. There's work to be done here. Not forever, but, you know, while you... All right, fine.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
What happens if I press the wrong button? What if I press T? Pressing everything except O. No, okay, fine. O. Oh, 0?
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him,
Wait a
except
minute.
that he's chosen this life.
This is different. There was a couch here when I got here, wasn't there? Wasn't there a couch there? Am I crazy?
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Dude, I
From
swear there
behind
was a
his
couch
desk,
here.
Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
That.
Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful.
All
And
right,
each
dude.
day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his
Okay,
own
yeah,
job.
stuff's changing.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
To spend time with the
So
boys.
he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Yep.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in
Get
his head,
on
he
with
relived
it.
again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
How long does this go on? Do we give it a full 60? Maybe? How long? Okay, I think we're creeping up on a minute. We're gonna go like 10 to 15 more seconds. Then I have to press it. Like, is the point that I don't listen to you here? Something else, maybe? I mean, that's over a minute.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
I did it!
Tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself.
How long am I supposed to not listen?
To see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Did the game just... Did I lose?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I need to see if anything's different here.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, everything's... Wait. Yeah, everything seems the same. Alright, I guess I'll just... do it?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did he say that last time? And I just straight up didn't hear it? Alright, fine.
There was not
Here we
a
are.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, I can go in here.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make,
fine.
no path to follow. Just coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I just want to see what's down here, though. I mean, I can't lose every time I don't listen to him. Right?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words.
It's a dream?
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he
Has
thought to
to
himself,
end at some
I
point,
suppose
right?
I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts,
Come on, man.
he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing
Well,
that
what, did I
if he's
drop
asleep,
acid at
he
work or
doesn't have to
something?
take responsibility for himself?
This just turned
Stanley
into
is
space
as
for a
awake
second.
right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Get out of
How
my
else would
head.
the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
This
So he
is the
closed
most
his eyes
I've ever not talked
and he
while
invited
playing a
himself
game.
to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this
I'm gonna
one.
wake up in my office again.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She
What about
arose, got
Stanley?
dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself,
Stanley.
and then collapsed dead on the
So
sidewalk.
this is how Stanley died.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Okay, great.
Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled.
Did she remember that he's dead?
Very important people whose impressions of her
That
would
within
affect
60
her
seconds
career,
of seeing a
and
dead
by
dude,
extension,
it made her
the
feel
rest of
good?
her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Fair. Did I just lose again? It's different. So did I not really lose the first time? No.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
I didn't mean
What
to
if he
click
had
the
make
door.
a
Did I close the door or did it
What if
close
a crucial outcome
itself?
fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
Yeah, just open the door and let me get out of here.
Very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Okay.
Here it comes.
Sure. What is happening?
All of his co-workers were
No!
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No! Something's gotta be different.
When Stanley came to a set of two
No.
open doors,
No,
he
we're
entered
going
the
right.
door. This was
But
not
I'll
the
listen
correct
to
way
you
to the meeting room, and
about the
Stanley
door on
knew
the
it
left.
perfectly well.
I'll do
Perhaps
that.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, we'll come in
Wow.
here, we'll admire the room.
Yes,
Yeah.
This room.
First door on the left.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, what's this thing? Would this put me down in the garage again? I don't want to do everything you say. There's the... okay. But what's down here? I have to know. Yeah, I have to know it's down here. I have to.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
I guess I don't have a choice.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
I was gonna say, that looked really familiar. I don't want to go in there anyway. Yeah, okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute, please?
Just tell me where... Open something.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Doesn't look like I can... Oh, okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, okay. This is okay.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding?
What am I,
It's a
427?
rubbish map.
There I am
The
down
whole
there.
Story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Stop
And this
restarting.
time, suppose we don't wander so far off track.
That says pirate.
Okay,
Why does it say...
From the top.
Okay, I'll do
All of
do
his
it.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yeah, I'm
Perhaps he had
going.
simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, Did you change anything when we were back?
No,
in the
how
room
could
with
I
all the
have?
monitors? Did
I
you
was just
move the
looking.
story somewhere, or? Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find...
Oh, I get to go wherever I want to go, huh? They're just all open now. Well. I don't...
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we just...
Well, you wrote it.
Do we need to restart?
I don't want to go in there. That looks
I find it
familiar.
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
I'm gonna scream.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stuff keeps changing. One of these doors is gonna be open one of these times. I know it.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Well,
Some
what do you want?
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
All right, we've got a line now. All right, we will wrap it up here. This has been a super fast half hour, so we'll wrap this one up here. And if you guys want to see me continue this, let me know, and I will get an episode thrown up on a weekend or something, and we'll push through it a little bit further. You've expressed a little bit of interest in old Benny Foddy, another episode of that, and Super Meat Boy. I got some pretty good feedback on those, so I will do other episodes of those at some point as well. I don't know exactly when. Stardew Valley is another one I plan on playing more, so I'm going to start getting these. We'll probably reserve this stuff for the weekends, but let me know if you guys were into this, and I will do another episode. It's definitely a fun little game, definitely unique. I've never really played anything like this before. So yeah, just let me know if you want to see more, and if I get enough of you saying that you want to see more, we'll do more. So that's it. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching this one. It was a good time. I will pull someone from this video for the giveaway that's going on right now if anybody's interested in that. And do it. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you later.